Guys, how you doing today? I am out here today. We have one last nice day left. After today, it is going to be getting into the 40s and the 50s. So I want to get my elephant ears and my canna. I have dahlias to dig up and get ready to store. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that today. This is all seedlings, perennial seedlings that I'm going to be taking out and putting on my back porch for the winter, including all of the stuff. I've got enough room in this bottom box that I am going to be putting this here stuff in to go on my back porch. So those will all winter over. It's just stuff that I did not have time to come out and plant. So they should winter over nicely on my back porch. I'm going to put just a little bit of dried leaves, but the problem now is it's rained for 2 days and all my leaves are wet, so I may have to do that later, or maybe use straw. I might just lay a bag over the top of them. So all this stuff is going on my back porch. My alocasias, I have 2 of these plants. They're both in pots. Those will be going down in my basement. And I don't cut my alocasias down. They grow better. The following season, if you don't cut them down, you just have to go down about once a month. Give them a little bit of a drink of water and they're good. Now over here, this is one of my elephant ears that I have to dig up. God, I hate to do it. She is just still so beautiful. I mean, they've been through like 3, maybe 4 light frosts. But you can see back here, she's got another new shoot coming up. So, and I think this one was new, or maybe it was this one that just shot up. And look at my hostas. The hostas have all been touched by the cold, but I have leaves fall. I leave those all down just for a little bit of extra insulation, because this is the north side of my house. This is the garage actually. But I gotta cut her down and then we'll go over to another area. Lots of beautiful flowers in bloom out here. The frost didn't take them. It's like I said, this one's kind of blowed over, but we haven't had a hard frost yet. Just a few light ones. Look at these. These are all seeds, but everything is soaking wet. So I've already picked seeds off this plant. There's my, isn't she beautiful? A rutabaga. I got seeds off her too. She's got more. Maybe by tonight, later in the day, it's like noon right now, they may dry up. The sun's supposed to be out today, so I may be able to pick them. My cosmos are almost done. My sunflowers, which I can't reach all the way up there to show you. Alright, let's go look at what else I got to do. Okay, this is a pot. It's got canna, and it's got some elephant ears in it. Those, I will take my knife and just cut everything out of this pot, and then I'll take my pot in. This is my other beautiful elephant ear. She's got a new leaf unfurling. This is going to kill me to cut these off and dig them up. It really is. They're still so pretty. I mean, you can tell they've got some poor wear and tear from the weather, but wow. These are, I mean, these are massive, guys. And that new leaf that's just unfurling. Oh, I don't want to cut these out, but I have to. And then I've got a dahlia right here. Oh, here's some of the big, aren't those pretty? I think these were the Mexican sunflowers, but I don't know. They got awful tall. But this dahlia, I've already cut her down a little bit. I didn't cut her down a lot, but I gotta finish cutting her down and dig her up today. And then I've got one more dahlia and then more stuff out by my pond. Okay, here is my other dahlia. That one has to be cut up. I mean, dug up and cut back. Look at, she's still got blooms on her. I come out here and I cut, because this thing was really tall. I cut quite a bit of her back, cut all my flowers off, and took them in the house and enjoyed them. But so I will show you what to do with the elephant ears today, the dahlias, and the canna. Oh, and my banana trees. My banana trees are out back, but those are easy. I'm going to do with my banana trees what I do with my alocasia. I mean my calicacia. That pot will go right down into the basement. Here's another one of the, she's finally blooming. Let's hope I hope the weather don't get too cold. Look, she's still got buds there and there. Oh my gosh, over here. All of my coleus are still looking pretty good. Peonies, I gotta cut my peonies back today too. They're all laying over now from all the rain. My hydrangea that I retransplanted out here looks good. Look how pretty and red she is. Love it. Alright, let's go out by the pond. Can you guys see my bees flying? They are busy. They're all over. I don't know if you can see them from this angle. They're super busy. Well, anyways, I've got these two elephant ears to take out, which all I'm going to do with these is, a rock. Pull them out, let them drain. My ducks are being super loud. I will let those drain out. And then these pots, once they're all drained and dried up, I will just take them in the house and leave them just how they are. And then I've got this elephant ear here. And then I've got a canna here to dig out. And then I've got another elephant ear right here. So I am going to get those dug up, and then I'll get everything cut off. And like this one, it has a lot of babies on it. Oh, the lighting is terrible. And you leave all, if you have elephant ears that have a bunch of babies on them, leave them on the mother plant. You don't want to take them off because they're not big enough yet. So, alright, let me get these dug up. there I got everything out of my pond area. My canna are all dug up, all of my elephant ears. So, and as far as if any of you guys have water lilies, as long as they're the hardy kind, like I'm in Ohio, so as long as they're the hardy kind, you do nothing with them. They will die back on their own and come back next year. And these things are not hardy, so I'm just going to leave them in the ground because I think they're still pretty. So let's go up by the house. I want to dig up my dahlias, and then I will show you what I'm going to do with all of this stuff. Cut my dahlias all back. This is what's left. I leave them a little bit long. Well, usually they're all the way cut down by now, but we've had such warm weather. I left them go. But usually, after the first couple frosts and it's cold out, I'll cut it back. Let those dry down. And then dig them up. But this year's been odd. So that didn't happen. Now I'm going to dig these up. Crap. I broke one. I always do that. We have had so much rain. Everything's digging up really nice, but everything is mud. There they are. Look at all the new shoots coming out of her. I'll have lots of more dahlias next year. Okay guys, now what I'm going to do is I went and got my hose. I got all of these laid out. I'm going to turn my hose on and I'm just going to spray. Oh my gosh, I'm making a shadow. I'm going to spray as much of the soil off as I can get off. All the leaves will be cut off. I just don't have the heart to do it yet on my elephant ears. But I'll show you what I'm going to do with those little babies. Get as much off as you can. I'll have to turn these and spray the other side. Get the bottom. Look at all those roots. Isn't those roots beautiful? Love it. I got a river and it's coming right down in my shoe. I can't believe how warm it is today. This weather is crazy. Just trying to get as much of the soil off as I can, and I'm going to throw them over. Okay, I still can't see nothing, but I hope you guys are in frame. But all I'm going to do is, I got all my soil, well, actually it was mud. I got all my mud rinsed off. I'm just going to go in here, cut this out. Still a lot of mud in there. I'll probably have to re-rinse that. But all the babies on there, I'm leaving on because they're not big enough. So next year they'll continue to keep growing, and you'll have more, and then you can separate them then. So, but you're pretty much doing this whole process for everything, the elephant ears and the canna. I'm gonna have to rinse that again, but I'll do that later. I just want to show you guys what I'm doing here. Now I'm gonna take the mother plant. Oh, I wish I could see if you guys can see in the camera. I'm gonna take my mother plant and I'm gonna cut it right about here where it separates at the crown. And I'm going to cut those off. And that's what you'll end up with. But being she's got so many babies on her, I'm going to leave all the leaves on the babies and I'm going to let them all deteriorate back. Let those babies suck up as much nutrients as they can. And then when they get all dried off, which will be about the time the bulbs are nice and dry, then I'll go ahead and cut them off. But look at them, ain't they cute? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's where I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. There's 7 bulbs. So I'm gonna re-rinse. Oh, and there's another one starting right there. I'm going to go ahead and rinse some more of the soil off. Cut these roots back a little bit more. But that's what you want to do with everything. The canna and the dahlias, the elephant ears. Yeah, and that's it. This big one next. This is heartbreaking. I hate this part. Usually they look really crappy by the time I'm taking them down. But they don't. What a bummer. That made me super, super sad. Look at the size of this guy, guys. This was the one that was just unfurling. And look at these mammoth stalks. This elephant ear I think I've had for 3 or 4 years. So it's gotten very big, very, very big. And this one I also think is the mammoth elephant ears, I believe, is this type. Just rinsing off all the soil. I wanted you guys to see. She has another baby coming out right there. I'm going to be very careful not to knock that off. And there's another baby right there. Guys, this is my canna and elephant ears I had in this pot. I got all of them dug out. I got this one out. And look how she was growing. That's a piece of sedum. Look how the rhizome of the canna bulb was growing up against the pot. Isn't that cool? So I will spray her off like really carefully, and then she's got more over here. Look at that. Here's another one right there, and I'll probably find more as right now I'm just kind of like pulling with my hands. I just used my big knife to cut down in there. I did have an accident and I broke off, I cut off one of my baby elephant ears. I can't find it now, but I'm just kind of cleaning, digging around. Check this out, guys. This is the one that I just dug out of the pot. Look at her. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Super freaking crazy, right? Guys, here they all are. I got all my canna. I mean, I have more out back, but I'm just doing front yard stuff for the video. But I got my dahlias dug up, cleaned off. You can see how high I'd leave them. I like to let them eat back some of that green, but like this one don't have any green. It's still green on the inside though. I'll let them eat some of that back while they're in drying mode, and then I'll cut them off later. You can also leave them on. When you have different colors, you can leave it on, and after it gets looking like this, you can take a permanent marker and you can write yellow dahlia or white and purple dahlia or whatever. You can leave that on for a marker. That way you know what colors you have. Now I only have, out here I have the white and the purple. Out back I have the white and the purple, and then I have another yellow one, but I think I have that one marked. But you just want to let these dry off. Now I'm going to let all this stuff sit out in the driveway. The sun's out. Well, the sun was out. It's not no more. But I'm going to let them sit out here for a couple hours. And then I'm going to take them in, and I'm going to put them in my garage. I got newspaper laid all down on my workbench. And I think I'll leave them in there for a few days. But they will be okay. Unless we get down to several nights of freezing temperatures, they'll be okay in my garage for a little while, but of course not all winter. But I wanted you guys to see, this is off my giant elephant ear. Look at the bulb, and then look at the pink roots. That is freaking cool. Guys, here are all of my dahlias, my canna, all of my elephant ears. They're all going to sit here and dry. There's more cannas. So I'll leave them out here for a while. Unless it starts getting really, really cold, I'll have to bring them in and let them finish drying. But I want to take you out and show you my banana trees and show you what and how I store mine for the winter. This is my smaller one. I cut all the leaves off of her, and I left these two. I've got her in a, I think it's a 2-gallon container with some soil in it. And then I'll show you my big one. And here is my big one. This is, you hear my dog crying. This is already in a container. It was in that all winter and all summer. And what I'll do is I will cut all these leaves down, and I'll leave just a few. You can see this is a new one, and then she's got another one pushing up. But I'll cut back as many of these as I can, and then she'll go down in the basement. And as far as my colocasia, she will go down in the basement in this pot the way she is. So let me cut this down. Okay guys, that is it. I cut a majority of all of the leaves off. I left, in all actuality, there's 4 because there's another one pushing up. And she will push up down in the basement. Now, and my alocasia, I got her all cleaned up. All I got to do, these are going in the garage for tonight. They'll probably stay in the garage for a few days until I carry them down in the basement, but I want to get them in because we're supposed to get more rain tonight, so I don't want them to get sopping wet again. But all I do, my basement is dark. I have no lighting down there at all except for a little bit of window light, but it's a basement window, so it doesn't get a whole light. But all I do is once a month I will go down, see the little baby alocasia growing in here. I mean colocasia. This is a colocasia, guys. And they do better if you just leave them alone. But all I do is I go down about once a month, give it a little bit of water. You know, you don't drench the pot or nothing, or I don't. And the same goes for the colocasias. A little bit of water. They're living in the dark. They don't need a lot. They just need enough to keep going. So that is it for today, guys. I hope it helped somewhat. And I am going to let you go because this video is way long. And I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, ask. Now remember, I'm in Ohio, so I do things differently. Everybody does things differently, so. But, alright guys, you have a great day. Bye. Peace. And the big crybaby that you heard whining says goodbye too. Pia. Pia. Bye guys.